On this all-new episode of Nightlife, Jack Eichel hosts some of his best buddies for a little tricking, but mostly treating.
Yeah, get a handful. There you go. Happy Halloween.
And we sit down with the Director of Latino Marketing and Outreach, Ben Thomas, to discuss the new rollout of LosVGK.
I think it's really important to be able to see it, right? If you can see it, you can be it. And I think having adequate representation and having LosVGK there to celebrate and represent the Hispanic community, I think it means a lot.
Plus, all of the best plays from another week filled with wins.
Off the crossbar out, and the Golden Knights win. They pull it out, 3-2 in the shootout to improve to 9-0-1 through their first 10.
So lock it in, Knights fans, because Nightlife starts right now.
Jack Eichel with 4:36 left on the power play, and the Golden Knights lead 4-3. Eichel in the dying seconds of the period now, trying to dance his way through, and he scores! Oh, what a goal! Jack Eichel with 1.3 to go in the period. What a play by Eichel late here in the first. Just enough time to pull this off. Said he's so powerful and hard to move off the puck. Number 9, Jack Eichel!
Welcome into this all-new episode of Nightlife. Jack Eichel has played an important role in the Knights' incredible start to the season. But number 9 also takes his role off the ice just as seriously. On October 26th, Jack hosted more than 50 of his friends from Best Buddies International, a nonprofit organization dedicated to enhancing the lives of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Along with hosting the group for a little Halloween fun, Jack pledged to donate $40,000 to the group.
My first time, meeting the people involved in Best Buddies here in Nevada, so just starting to build relationships, I think something that means a lot to me. So if we can, give a little our time to them, I think it goes a long way.
There you go. You're giving me bunny ears?
A breakdance moment for you.
All right, let's see. Whoa! Whoa! Are you coming to the game tomorrow? Yeah! All right, I'll try and score you a goal. Hopefully we can play as good as you dance.
It means a lot to me. It was something I was involved with in Buffalo, and even going back to when I was younger, my older sister used to be a special needs teacher, so something that just touches close to home, and so happy to be a part of it.
How's everyone doing? I gotta get some candy. I gotta get the candy so you can trick or treat. Good morning, how are you? Here, take whatever you want. You want one of those ones, maybe, or Snickers?
Yeah.
Nice, happy Halloween. See ya, pal. Trick or treat. Hi, how are you? Yeah, get a handful, there you go. Happy Halloween.
And you just see their enthusiasm, how much joy something so small can bring. Yeah, they have so much energy, and it's just a lot of fun to be around them. They're very gracious, and it's a lot of fun.
And this is his parents.
How you doing? I got gloves on, apologize, but it's part of the costume, so I'm dressed as myself. It's not Taco Tuesday, but it's all right. You're welcome.
He ran a camp this summer, and he wanted to take that money and he wanted to donate it to Best Buddies.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming out. You're welcome. Thank you.
Happy birthday, dear Jack. Happy birthday to you.
Pretty cool having them sing happy birthday to me. That's pretty awesome.
I want to make a wish.
Yeah, mostly all my wishes are hockey related.
Time for our first break here on Nightlife. Coming up next, we relive the thrilling shootout win against the Montreal Canadiens.
5 game-deciding shootout goals for him. Backhand score! Off the back bar and right back out for Shea Theodore.
Keep it locked right here on Nightlife. Welcome back to Nightlife.
Zane Thompson with the glove and the Golden Knights win. 4-3 in the shootout, and they're 8-0-1 through their first 9.
After taking another 2 points on the road against their division rival, the LA Kings, the Golden Knights return to the Fortress, looking to continue the hot start to the season.
Go, Reds, go! Baden Hill gets the call for the VGK in search of his 50th career win in the NHL. Underway from the Fortress. Now Pearson and Martinez in deep. Pearson to Gallagher. Save Hill with that right pad, and he stopped the rebound too. Cotter holding, trying to feed it down low. Carlson back out top to Cotter again. Wrist shot. Score! Looked like they hit a Canadian on the way to the net. Paul Cotter will take it. The power play goal, and it's 1-0 Vegas. Stevenson out top. Feeds it towards Stone, but might have been a little too unselfish. Armia picks it off and clears.
Well, Chandler Stevenson just 2 shots in his last 4.
And Hill lost it, and Monahan scores shorthanded. That's a gift goal for the Canadiens on a misplay by Adin Hill, and Sean Monahan shorthanded has tied the game. Monahan feeds it to the line to Kovacevic. Long wrist shot, save made Hill through traffic. Camped out in front with Slafkovsky in a battle with Korzak. And Hagen went down. He's shaken up. Harris with a wrist shot. Save Hill. Rebound poked away by Hagen. Now Hill's hurt. You had Hagen and Hill shaken up on this shift. Delayed penalty on the Canadiens.
Hill, somebody fell on him in front.
Stevenson into the zone. Backhand pass. Towards Carrier. Score! Second shot of the period for the Golden Knights. Second goal of the season for Will Carrier to make it 2-1. Now Barron for Caulfield. Trying to, a shot pass, looking for Harvey Bernard to the top of the crease. Barron. Harvey Bernard shot. Deflected. Score! Nick Suzuki tucks in the game-tying goal with 4:18 to go. Suzuki gains the line, a little short feed to Caulfield, tipped away by Eichel, trying to race by Suzuki. Eichel for the game winner, got hooked. Maybe we get a penalty shot here. Yes, in overtime. Jack Eichel 1 for 2 in his career on penalty shots. His first with Vegas. Save Montembeault.
An entertaining overtime, but that won't settle anything as they'll go to a shootout.
Nick Suzuki, 1 for 2 this year. And he tucks it into the backhand. Marchessault's 1 shootout goal this year was a game decider for Vegas. Pulls up. Scores! Dave Theodore is also good in this spot. 5 game deciding shootout goals for him as we go to the top of the 4th. Backhand score! Off the back bar and right back out for Shea Theodore. Golden Knights can get out of here with a win if Adin Hill can deny Alex Newhook. First shootout tip of his career. Off the crossbar and out, and the Golden Knights win. They pull it out, 3-2 in the shootout to improve to 9-0-1 through their first 10.
Time for another break here on Nightlife. Coming up next, our conversation with Ben Thomas on the new branding surrounding LosVGK and its importance to the community.
We want to grow the sport of hockey throughout Las Vegas and our TV territory and our, even internationally. There is an effort to, include the youth, make it more accessible.
Stay with us. Nightlife on Script Sports will be right back. Welcome back to Nightlife.
Y aquí está Shea Theodore, carga al costado derecho, viene Shea, viene, se acerca al portero, sigue Shea Theodore, el disparo. ¡Gol de Shea Theodore! Atento lanzamiento está Aiden Hill, New Hook, se acerca New Hook, el disparo, ¡lo falla! ¡Victoria para los Vegas Golden Knights, señores!
Last month, the Golden Knights introduced LosVGK to further engage Spanish-speaking fans. The VGK launched the brand in an effort to promote the growth of hockey within the Spanish-speaking community, not only in Clark County, but throughout the region as well. We sat down with the Director of Latino Marketing and Outreach, Ben Thomas, to discuss the new rollout and how the team plans to further connect with the Spanish and Latino communities.
Well, Ben, let's just start big picture here. For those who don't know, what is LosVGK?
So LosVGK is a brand that aims to celebrate and represent the Hispanic and Latin American community throughout the realm. And we try to integrate as much of the other work that we're doing with VGK, community outreach, foundations, all that, marketing, and just kind of present it to the Hispanic community in a way that is authentic and meaningful.
Why is it important for the organization to connect with the Hispanic and Latin American community in particular?
So Southern Nevada has a booming and already very large Hispanic population. Clark County is about a third Hispanic Latino. Cities like North Las Vegas are over that 40% threshold. Clark County School District is also very Hispanic, with 48% of students identifying as Hispanic or Latino. So there's a huge market here, and I think it would be a disservice to not include them in their efforts, because it's such a big part of the local community.
The look of LosVGK is fantastic.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the branding, the logo, how it all came about?
Yeah, so that's all our very own Stephanie Suminen. She is a graphic designer of Colombian descent, as you guys know. So she put together all of the graphics, the LosVGK logo. In the past, she's done the Hispanic heritage jerseys that are really popular. So we brought that sugar skull back and just kind of incorporated the new brand elements into it.
I know you had a few to choose from. What made you like this one?
So this one actually stood out the most. We did have other variations. One of the variations you can actually see on the hoodie that we put out, which is the red lettering. We're calling it Desert Red. Yeah, it's really vibrant. It has, a lot of color, a lot of pop, and I think it stands out, comparatively to the rest of like the VGK branding, which is, black, silvers, gold. So still includes it, but stands out.
What are some of the elements encompassed within LosVGK?
So our three big goals are: we want to grow the sport of hockey throughout Las Vegas and our TV territory, and our, even internationally, we want to grow that. So there is an effort to include the youth, make it more accessible, bring them in on ball hockey clinics, just for example. We also want to communicate authentically with our fan base. So a lot of that is translating and putting out content that is in Spanish, growing out our email database so that Spanish-speaking LosVGK fans can sign up and subscribe to that. And we also want to strengthen our community alliances. We have a lot of existing partnerships with businesses and nonprofits and schools in the community. We want to keep that up, and we want to extend that reach.
And how are you going about, you talked about, making it accessible, translating, things of that nature. There's social media accounts, there's websites. Can you kind of give us the rundown on where all of that can be found?
Yeah, so they launched the Spanish radio broadcast. That's been going for a long time. All of our home games are in Spanish on AM radio 1460 through Deportes Vegas. On social media, they launched the channels X at LosVGK and Instagram at Los Golden Knights. Those are up and running.
What does this entire project mean to you? Vegas born, something you relate to. What does it mean?
Yeah, I think it means a lot. I'm a Vegas kid, born and raised here. I'm also Mexican American, so I think I can speak for Vegas kids when I say there was a time we didn't have a major sports team here, and getting it was just this big wave across the city, and everybody got on board and they could really rally around the team. So that means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to my family and the community at large. And that's the case where in households where they speak Spanish as well.
What do you think it does for, whether you're talking about young kids, whether you're talking about the older generations who maybe haven't been able to connect with the brand, to see that a brand that has become so big in the community, especially with the Cup run, making this effort?
Yeah, I think it's really important to be able to see it, right? If you can see it, you can be it. And I think having adequate representation and having LosVGK there to celebrate and represent the Hispanic community, I think it means a lot.
And by time this interview airs, we will have just gotten past Hispanic Heritage Night. What does that game mean to the organization?
So that's it's an annual event, and it's one that will continue. Hispanic Heritage, it's always, there's a big effort that focuses the week of or that game, again, to celebrate the Hispanic community. We're bringing in local dancers, local musicians, local artists to be a part of it. We're bringing in local celebrities to come out and do the siren. That tradition is one that'll continue, but LosVGK allows us to do Hispanic Heritage, all year round.
How much are you looking forward to that game?
I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to it for a while.
What is your goal for this brand? What do you think the ceiling of this brand is?
I mean, sky's the limit, right? LosVGK, I think the reception has been great. The community, just from everything that we're seeing, it's been well received. So I think we can keep it up and we can grow the Hispanic fan base.
What are you most proud of?
The fact that this organization has been everyone that I've talked to has been really excited about this initiative. It's really cool to get to be the person who wakes up every day thinking about how VGK can further connect with the Spanish-speaking community. Just the amount of support that's been behind that has been really great to see, so I'm really proud of that.
You should be. You're doing an incredible job, Ben. Thanks for the time.
Yeah, of course.
One final break here on Nightlife. Coming up next, we sit down with some of the Knights to talk about making another run at the Stanley Cup. Keep it locked, right here on Script Sports. Welcome back to Nightlife.
Like every season, I'm nervous about it. It's sort of like the night before Christmas. It's everything done right down there and everything set up for the kids, and how excited are they going to be? I think we're prepared and ready to go, but we're also nervous because it's competition. There are no scripts. You just go out and you create your own story. Everybody runs their own race, and we're going to run ours and see what happens.
For us to be able to return 19, 20 guys, don't see that too often, and we still believe that obviously the 82-game season to get to the dance is important, but we still feel like the group that we have in here, it's going to be hard to beat us 4 to 7 games, and we want to put ourselves and give ourselves the opportunity to do that again.
I think the goal in any season is honestly make playoffs and see what you can do from there. Obviously every team wants to win the Stanley Cup at the start of the year, but as we all know, like if you make playoffs, you have a chance. So it's just kind of start off the season. We want to obviously be first in the West, first in our division, all that, but we know we're going to have a target on our backs this year, so yeah, we got to try and defend it.
That is the challenge. We're not coming back just to play, and these guys know that. You have to try and win again. That's the challenge.
Before the season started, the Golden Knights had a clear goal: return to the Stanley Cup final and win another championship. Of course, that's easier said than done. And with all of the challenges that a shorter offseason presents, nobody quite knew what to expect. Well, push that narrative off to the side, because the Golden Knights have come out of the gate sizzling hot. Without a loss in regulation through the first 10 games kinda hot. We sat down with some of the players to discuss making another run to the ultimate goal.
Why do you want to do it again?
Why?
Why?
This is the best damn thing ever.
In their 6th National Hockey League season, the Vegas Golden Knights have won the Stanley Cup.
It took us a while of getting close, getting to the conference finals, getting to the finals, missing the playoffs.
We missed the playoffs, and it was like that motivation to prove everybody wrong. But to me, it's that same motivation of we got to prove people that, it wasn't a fluke and we're good enough to do it again.
Same mentality. Just one game at a time, don't think too far. Do what you gotta do to win some hockey games. And you gotta step up when it's time to step up.
I think all the cliche stuff, and it's cliche for a reason, you got a target on your back, things like that. You're gonna get everyone's best, and that's cliche, like I said, for a reason. That truly is a thing. People say, right, you're gonna have a target on your back as a chance, but I think we've had a target on our back since we started having success. I think for us as a group, it's driving us to push each other to have success right out of the gate. I really feel like our group this year, again, feels like we have something to prove to the outside world and to each other that, we're as good as we think we are and we feel we are.
We still have an incredible team, and we have the depth, and
the decor and the goalies. I think we have all the right pieces, and I think it's just this year it'll be getting to our game fast and continuing to prove those doubters wrong.
The majority of the guys that dressed in the final game are here. Pretty rare to bring that many guys back. Guys in the prime of their careers, very deep. The salary cap can go up a little bit, so we can try and keep this team together a little bit more. And I don't see why we can't do it.
For the most part, same group of guys is back, and I think that camaraderie allows things to be a little bit easier going into the season. If this team has shown one thing, is that it does have resiliency, and it does, a lot of the guys or everyone in the room, the character that we have and the challenges that we have embraced and overcome, I think that we're up for it.
That does it for this episode of Nightlife, VGK fans. But before we bid adieu for the week, we have one last treat for you this spooky season. Here are the best images from the week that was.
The city lights are flashing by like Eichel Amadio, Pavel Dorofeev, and Pavel Dorofeev's first of the year. Theodore, his shot, score! Jay Theodore does it again!
Y aquí está Jay Theodore, Camache,
Head to overtime.
y toma el puck Jack Eichel.
Zach Thompson with the glove and a Golden Knights win. Stevenson into the zone, backhand pass towards Carrier, score! Pulls up, scores! Jay Theodore, backhand score!
Well, seen that move.